Okay, so it's been a long while, but I'm back and the sun is directly on me. So if I'm squinting, sorry. So yeah, I'm gonna get straight into it. I would love to share with you guys all about my birthing experience here in Bali. I've been living in Bali for 4 years. And back in December 2020, I gave birth to a beautiful baby boy, and his name is Choice. I do plan to get back on here for real, and show you guys all of our life and travels, um, and everything. But for now, I think we should start here. Okay, you ready? All right. So, yeah, where do I want to start? Well, I did have a beautiful natural birth here in Bali at Bumi Sehat, which is an amazing birthing center led by Ibu Robin Lim. She is literally a renowned midwife, and I got her. I was fortunately able to have her birth choice. Alongside her was my good friend that I've met since I've been out here, and that was my doula, my sister, my friend, my family now, Mally. So unfortunately, I didn't have my family present for the birth, but I felt, y'all, this was like, it was beautiful, it was powerful, it was all of the above. Something I couldn't imagine, because low-key, I did not want to think about actually birthing the baby. And I'm not even lying. I thought about it like in the initial stages of learning I was expecting. Like, what the heck, you gotta just push it out or something? Like, duh, but why? And so I was like, I'm not gonna think about it. And yeah, when it started to happen, that's when I was like, oh, I gotta think about it. But anyway, so he was due on the 17th, and I believe I had, started my contractions on the 15th. It was really light, it was mild, but I was ready because I was teaching up until the 1st of December, basically. So, yeah. So he was due on the 17th, and I was already starting to take it easy by December 1st. And come the 15th, I started feeling like little surges, is what Mally wanted to call it, not contractions. So, of course, it was like here and there, really sporadic. Mine actually started off like pretty close together. So I was like, it's time. And my doula came over, and she was supporting me. I actually only used hypnobirth breathing methods, which I can link the link to what I used there. And I also used mint essential oil. Mally told me to just smell that, and it actually just, I don't know what smelling mint essential oil does to your body, but it just kind of alleviates pain in the moment. It overtakes your senses, and along with pressure from somebody, me being my doula, on the back or swaying motions, it was everything. Like, that was an epidural. I did not receive an epidural, I did a natural birth. So yeah, 15th is here. I'm feeling some pretty steady contractions. I will call them surges. And I was like, oh, okay. If this is how it is, it's actually not that bad. Because you kind of like, if you don't know what it feels like, I can describe it to my best ability. It's basically when a period cramp, but somebody has a dimmer light for it. So they slightly just enhance a period cramp and then slowly also draw it back down. That's what I can explain a contraction as. And it's kind of insane, but it starts off okay. So it wasn't close enough to where I felt like I should go to the birthing center, but I did want to just check up and stuff. So I just contacted Ibu Robin Lim, who is a renowned midwife. And she facilitates the birthing center and has several birthing centers in places like Papua New Guinea, um, here in Bali, Indonesia, and let me not say anything else. I'll put it here if there's more. So basically, she is God sent. I'm trying to tell y'all, like, you're gonna see in a moment, but she is really truly a touched and blessed being who is willing and ready to make sure that all women have access to a healthy and successful natural birthing process. So she has natural birthing centers where she actually just gives the opportunity for local people and others, foreigners, to give birth at great rates or by donation or for free. So God bless her, and always God bless Bumi Sehat and the midwives working there and the people who fund them. If you would like to fund them too, I will put that down below. So back to the experience. Ooh, my hair is a little dry right now. So basically, 15th is there. It's pretty steady. I go to, did I get checked? I don't know if I got checked on that day. I just kind of like went through it or whatever. 16th got there and it was pretty intense. My doula, Mally, was coming back and forth. She has like 3 kids, so what? She's amazing. I'm gonna share more about how amazing she is too, but basically she was going back and forth between her house, my house. I believe on the 15th she stayed at my house with just her baby at the time, and then after that we ended up going to her house on the 16th, I believe. So the 16th came and they were getting closer, and I had what I thought was my mucus plug come out in the toilet. It's like a little bit of mucus, it sounds like what it is. And also they started to get more like, you know, surgy and consistent. So of course I'm messaging Ibu Robin like, oh, can you please, you know, make sure that you're there? She's like, well, just go to the center and see, you know, see where you are. They're like, I think, y'all, why I gotta have everything come back to me. I think we went to the center this day and they were like, no, you're not ready, you're not even dilated as much or whatever. And so I just kind of gave them my paperwork because, you know, right at that time we had to do like a COVID test and stuff. So I think I did a COVID test and stuff and other things. And then the 17th came. I was at Mally's house, relaxing with the kiddos. A friend of ours sent a yoga ball because we were trying to locate a yoga ball. If this story is all over the place, can you try to bear with me? I mean, yeah, I'm just like, no, why would I be upset? So bear with me. We were trying to locate a yoga ball because I wanted to do like the infinity sign and all the little motions to kind of induce my labor, because at this time 2-3 days doesn't make any sense, but it is his due date, so like, let's make it happen. So Mally is the best. She's just having me like be calm. I got her kids around. I go through the surge. She helps me. What helped me the most was to do like the little swaying thing, and then her to put the pressure, the direct pressure on my back and hips sometimes. And all I did was that mint essential oil and hypnobirth breathing method, going through it. I wasn't too irritable, but it was like, I would like to rest, you know, but it was fine. Like, I was actually walking around. I tried to rest a little bit. It's kind of hard because it would just come and go, come and go. And so, all in all, I would literally say that was not that bad. The worst part of contractions or surges is after your water breaks. So, okay, get the ball. Ball is here. We pump up the ball. I get on the ball. I'm doing all the infinity signs on the ball, the 8 this way, infinity that way, and then I eat. I did on the ball again. I remember Mally made some bomb like tuna What'd you make, girl? If you watching, some bomb tuna and mashed potatoes, some vegetables or something. It was so good. She can cook, and I ate that real good. And then she also made me like some type of almond milk or something. What did she make? It was like a smoothie that was so good. Everything was good. And then, yeah, I was just sitting in the chair, and poof, my water just broke after getting off of the ball. And I couldn't believe it. And she's so calm by nature, but for sure she had it right in her mind to not inflict any other person's birthing experience on me because they're all different. While she's well versed in giving birth, like at least 4 times, she was like, yeah, you know, so the surges might be a little different, but you just tell me like how you're feeling, basically, type thing, and we're about to hurry up and get you there. So the way her house was, we had to walk far, like not too far, but far if your butt is about to have a baby. And so yeah, that basically what she said was true times 10. The contractions started to come in then. They were like zing. So whereas before I said somebody had a dimmer light going to my period cramps, and I was just breathing through it thinking I was killing it, after my water broke, it felt like somebody was like zing, zing. I was like, this is insane, no way I'm about to do this. But I was calm, like I was breathing through it. I started to be like, like, don't talk for a second. Okay, like, I love you, don't talk at all for a second. I'm not answering something. And we made it to the car. We made it to Bumi Sehat, the natural birth center. Boom. We're at Bumi Sehat. They say, oh, okay, like, put me in the room or whatever, check my dilation. Well, you're not like all the way dilated yet. I don't know the centimeters and stuff, guys. Come on. And so they're like, you're not basically fully dilated yet. So, you're going to be feeling the surges. Want you to just breathe through them along with your doula. We've contacted Ibu Robin and let her know that you're, on your way to giving birth. And, just call us if you feel like you need to push. So everything's so natural. Their rooms literally could intimidate somebody if you were like really like, I don't know, medical savvy, I guess. I don't know. To me, it feels like there's not a lot in the rooms, but they are blessed, okay? They're blessed, highly favored, and they know what they're doing. And so, very skilled, but it's just a bed. So I was just kind of like laying on the bed trying to get right. I kind of was like crawling up, and it started getting serious. I feel like it probably took us about 15 or 20 minutes to get there, with us walking and then driving there, and then with us getting in and them checking and all this other stuff, that probably took about another 30 minutes or so. And then when they were like, just tell us if you're ready to push, and then they walked out the room, I feel like maybe 10 minutes, no more than 10 minutes later, I was like, no, like, I'm ready to push. And Mally was like, are you sure they said this? And I was like, Mally, like, can you call them? Like, and I think I called them. I was like, excuse me, or permisi, that means excuse me. I was like screaming. And yeah, they came back in, and all I felt was like, I felt Choice, my baby boy, and me going and that's how you know you're ready to push. I can't imagine if I had an epidural or something hindering from feeling everything in my body, because I felt like everything was like, my water broke, the surges got big. I could feel that he was bearing down. I could feel once I laid down that he was nudging to come out, like my body was like rejecting him or ready to reject him. It felt like it was almost coming through my butt because I was trying to hold it in for a second, because I was like, should I do it? Like, should I just push? Are they coming? And is Ibu Robin coming? And so everything went black. In my vision, everything was black. I don't know if my eyes were open or closed. So they probably were closed if everything went black, Bria. So I was like, I can do this. Thank you, God. It felt like it felt like a portal. I'm not gonna lie. It felt like I could hear gong, gong, and it was just like, I can do this. I was saying affirmations to myself. Nobody told me to do that. I was like, I can do this. I am strong. Thank you, God. I can do this. Thank you, God. I am strong. And then out of nowhere, Ibu Robin walked in, and it was like, ching, like literally, I felt calm. And she just sat on the side of the bed, and she was like, oh yeah, his like head is right here. You want to feel it? And I was like, what? And she was like, it's right here. You want to feel it? And I said, okay. So I touched down, hair. There's a ball with hair on it, just at the tip of my vagina, like bulging out for real. And I'm just like, wow. And I moved my hand, and I'm like, okay, because my surge went down. And so I'm just looking at her, and she was like, yeah. I think she talked to me for a second. She was basically saying like, so when she was just like, how many kids did your mom have? And I was like, because I think I was like, so I can do this, like, for real? I want to be squatting position. That's what I said. And she was like, no, it's kind of too late for that. You're just going to stay how you were. So I did give birth kind of like halfway up, but, you know, like laying down on my back. And so she was like, it's kind of too late for that. I was like, so I can really do this like this? And she was like, how many kids did your mom have? And I was like, 5. She was like, oh yeah, like, you're born for this. I'm just like, I think she said something to that extent. And I was like, what? No jokes. But yeah, so I was like, okay. And she was like, well, when the next surge comes, you're just gonna like push with it, but you don't have to do too much. Just let your body do its thing. And I'm like, okay. And she said, shall we sing a song? And they sang this beautiful Balinese song. If I can ask her what the song is and place it here, I will. If I can't, sorry, it was a special time. But yeah, so they sang this beautiful song over me, and I'm just like kind of like in awe. I don't really know what's happening, but everything's happening fast. And then I start to feel the surge. And so I literally, I don't know that I pushed or not. I pushed a little bit, but he just flew out. Like, his head was all the way out quickly. She kind of maneuvered his shoulders a little bit because he had broad shoulders, but he was skinny. And he just slid out, all of him. And then she just placed choice on me. Grayish little baby, not saying nothing. And she was just like, yeah, there you go, like, you did it type thing. And I'm just like, this is my baby, I did it. And I was not screaming. I never screamed. Okay, Mally, maybe she can tell me in the comments or something, or maybe she can remind me of what really went down. But yeah, I don't believe that I was screaming or anything. I kind of like was a trooper, not gonna lie. And I just did it. And she was just like, okay, like, we gotta hear something from Choice, because he wasn't saying anything. And he was like trying to sleep on me. And she was like, we gotta hear something. And I saw his eyes, they were like big. And she kind of was holding him up a little bit. And he said, ah. And she was like, okay, that's good enough. And so she just put him back on me. And I didn't want to do too much. I just like wrapped him in like they just wrapped him in like the blankets that I brought and stuff. And I just like kind of wiped the stuff off, but it wasn't like cakey or nasty or anything. And I did do a lotus birth. So I left his, once they left and everything, I left his placenta attached to him in the bowl, and let the placenta just kind of continue pumping that nutrients in him. And I thought I was gonna do it until it literally dried off and fell off, but he had a short umbilical cord. I mean, very short. So can you imagine? I did nurse him. I only breastfed him. So I was trying to latch him and move the bowl and maneuver him and do other things, and it was pretty intense doing that with a short umbilical cord. But they put flowers over top of his placenta that was in the middle in the bowl. And yeah, like I just was in awe and like so in love. Jeez, the way you feel, well, I can't speak to everyone, the way I felt seeing and knowing that literally I birthed my own child, and this was his beautiful self. And he's mine. Like, I just kept feeling like this is mine. I have to protect and nurture and love on him. It was just insane. It was a beautiful feeling. And yeah, I stayed at Bumi Sehat for 2 nights. I also got my placenta dehydrated and encapsulated to take it. And I've only taken it, I think I took it maybe like 3 times, and I actually still have the capsules. Now, I don't think, if they were dehydrated and encapsulated, I think the mass amount of time you can like ingest them would be maybe a year or 2 years. But I still have them, and I'm not taking them, but maybe I can use it for something. Who knows? I mean, I know it's so valuable. And then I got his umbilical cord dried out and turned into a dream catcher. So he has that. I wanted to ingest my placenta that way because I wasn't about to do no smoothie or nothing with the wet, juicy stuff. Are you guys grossed out, or you guys like it? I like it. And so I basically, yeah, with it being dehydrated and put in capsules, that's a vitamin. And basically it helps with postpartum depression. You don't experience it most likely if you ingest your placenta. If you ingest your placenta, you get lots of vitamins and nutrients that aid in breast milk production, fast healing, all of that. I forgot to say, I did get like about 3 stitches, not a lot at all. And she said it was literally due to his shoulders, or else it would have been a clean birth. And she just stitched me, and I barely felt it. It felt like somebody was like pinching with their nails the outer layer of my vaginal opening, like pinch, pinch, pinch with the nails. It was like aggravating more so than hurting. And then she had this ancient, like, I don't want to say what part of Asia, but I will. I think it's Chinese, turmeric type blend that was in a capsule, and she opened it and tapped it on there, and that helped it heal really fast. She gave me a few to also do, and I had used the, I think, Earth Mama or something brand like that, some kind of brand like that spray, which was basically like, it was probably like tea tree oil or what is it called? What's the stuff that you use on your face? Witch hazel? Maybe not. Okay, maybe not. Let me not lie. It was a Earth Mama natural spray that is good for keeping that area clean. And I literally took a water bottle, like an aqua bottle with the squeezy top, and I would keep that with purified water and always like wash down there after I would pee. After I pee, I'd, rinse, dab it dry, spray the Earth Mama spray, and then put a little bit of that turmeric capsule on there. And baby, I healed fast. So fast. Yeah, there was a weird thing where I did have a little bit of placenta still in me, which could have been very dangerous. I found out, but it was really a quick thing. Like, I just realized, this is gonna be sounding so crazy, but later on, maybe a week or so of being home, I felt down there because I want to see, is it the same? Does it look the same? Is it the same? It's the same. And but at that time, like right after birth, while I was still healing, I felt something hanging. And when I say I cried, I hadn't been crying that whole time. I cried. Like, I'm gonna have a hanging vagina now? That's what I thought. Can you say vagina? I'm gonna have a hanging vag. I don't want that. And so, immediately call up, "Ooh, Robin, what is this?" And she was like, well, she's so calm. If you were literally bleeding out, she would make you feel like it's gonna be okay, and you know that it's gonna be okay. That's the only way I can describe her aura, her personality. She's very reassuring. And she was like, okay, well, let's see. Came over, had some gifts for me, a bracelet, a sweet little blanket for him. Come on. And when I was at Bumi, she also made this special drink that she makes from, I believe, almonds, which helps, encourage lots of milk, breast milk. She brought that to me. Like, literally, when I say this lady is busy everywhere, always. She's an angel. I really believe it. And so, yeah, she came and she was like, oh wow, like, yeah, there's a little bit of placenta in there. She told me how to like push it out, and it was out. It was actually kind of big. She was like, I'm glad your body like rejected it and you like felt that, because that could have been something. And I was like, oh. But I don't have a hanging vag, and that's all that matters. And so yeah, everything's normal, all of that. The experience was like none other. It was quite easy when I look back on it, and I just feel like so grateful that that was my experience. At the time, I had my friend's mom-in-law. I had met her at their wedding. I went to my first Balinese wedding, and this mom-in-law just kept staring at me with a little smile, kept trying to feed me food. At the time, I wasn't really on chicken or anything, so I was like no to some things, but some things I was like yes, and she just kept trying to feed me because she saw I was expecting. And then I had asked like would she be available to maybe like help with cooking or something, because y'all, I was really stingy with my baby. I low-key didn't even let her hold him until he was like a few months old. I just had her come like make some food, help me, you know, tidy up, but I keep everything pretty clean too. And Choice is just, he was just a good baby. It was just pretty painful to breastfeed and everything. I could share more and more, but I'm gonna stop this video right here. And if you guys want to know more, like maybe you feel like you have questions about some other specifics or anything like that, please comment down below. This is not the last video. I got y'all. I'm coming back with more, and maybe you guys can meet Choice. And yeah, I'm trying to do all the vlogs and stuff and just share more, because I had started out, you can check out my other videos. I started out my journey here just fa la la tra la la, and who knew that I would find my Choice in Bali. So yeah, that is the gist, the sum of my birthing story. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you back for more. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Give me a comment, let me know what you think. If you had similar experiences, whether you had a natural birth or assisted birth, hey, we all out here birthing babies, ain't we? It's totally fine. So yeah, I'm not doing it again. I don't know, are you doing it again? You guys wanna? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do it again unless I really like just, yeah, I don't know, I can't speak for it for now, but beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But yeah, I don't know, as of now I'm feeling like Prince Choice. So yeah, follow my Instagram, Nature of Bree and Bria Travels, and I will catch you next time.